thanks for watching. We'll see you again on Inside OC. So
Thank
now
you.
we just chit-chat.
Sure.
You were fantastic.
Oh, no,
Very
thank you.
good.
It was very nice.
So something we ran out of time, but I wanted to ask you, let's say 10 years from now, and would that be a reasonable time frame? Do you think about 10 years?
I'm thinking about 10 or 15.
Okay.
Unless I got fired
10
sooner.
years from now, what would you like to see Chapman look like? How would Chapman be different than it is today?
So first of all, I think we will have a more comprehensive set of programs. One of my goals over the next probably 5 years is to build an engineering school. So we will have an engineering school. We will have a much stronger, I think, research presence in the sciences. And the way I think we could judge our success would be the fact that we would be on the short list for every high school counselor when they talk to good students across the country. This will be one of the names that people will have in their mind as they decide where am I going to send my kid. Now, for some part of Chapman, this is already true. If you want to be in the film school, the students who come to our film school from everywhere in the country, they want to be at Chapman. That's why the yield that we have, the yield is the ratio between students we admit to students who actually accept the offer. Okay, so lots of students apply, we admit a small cohort, and then of that admitted cohort, only a smaller portion comes. Our yield is the highest in the film school because the students who apply to our Dodge College don't want to go anywhere else. They don't have an alternative place. And I think that that's what I'd like to see happen for the rest of the university. We'll be in that selected group of university that people say, that's what I want to be. And so, yeah, maybe I apply to a couple other universities as safety net, which is fair to do, but this is really when I want to go. And I think that will be done by doing what we've done with Dodge, which is really to bring the very best faculty, to connect the classroom experience with what happens in the industry so that students can have internship and job quickly, great facilities, and really unique programs. That's why we don't lose students. When they come to Dodge and they get admitted, they want to be in Dodge. And I think that this can be done in other areas. I think, for example, in the sciences, we are building a very unique kind of program. It's what we call the science blender, which I don't think any other university does, in which students from the very beginning will be faced with a really significant problem to deal with. And that problem is going to be the guide of their program for the next 4 years. And so let's say that the problem would be the design of new crops to address overpopulation, or earthquake prevention, earthquake early forecast. So really significant scientific problem. And the students will have to work bringing in, you need physics, but you also need the social sciences to understand what happens when there is a earthquake, how people respond. And so you build your curriculum in a very strong way. Those students will be the one that the industry will want to hire because they will have developed something that you cannot do online, that you cannot do on YouTube. They will have developed the ability of facing really complicated problems and understanding how you go about even trying to answer. So if we do that, I can bet you that the yield that we have in the science program will be the same that we have for Dodge. People will say, I want to go to Chapman, not just because it's in a beautiful place and they have great facilities, a wonderful professor, but they have a program that I can't find anywhere else, just like they tell us for Dodge. So that's kind of the philosophy.
Very good, very good. Well, that makes for a good open mic. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Or
no,
I could ask you to explain quantum physics to me, but
that would take a little longer. We need a blackboard and a chalk, and I think we're going to lose our audience very quickly.
Although, it'll run on public television, so, that's the crowd that likes
but
that.
Thank you for the question on free speech.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, and I'll have you back on again. Okay, thanks much.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, bye-bye.